Welcome to a Legendarium special about Lady Hao, the warrior queen of Shang Dynasty, China. During the Shang Dynasty, which ruled more than 3,500 years ago, kings ruled the Shang kingdom from Anyang, building a city with altars, temples, and palaces clustered in the center. A king also served as a high priest of Shang, leading in the worship of Shang Di, the supreme ancestor, alongside a group of mystics. Much of the history of the Shang Dynasty has been deciphered from oracle bones found in Anyang. An oracle bone is where a Shang priest wrote a message upon a turtle shell or a fragment of bone for the gods and then burned it. Once the shell or bone cracked, a priest would decipher the cracks and decide what message the gods wished to send. These oracle bones tell a tale of a kingdom often at war, its alliances often shifting. Shang victors used prisoners of war as slaves or slaughtered them in human sacrifices, sometimes in great numbers. One Shang king, Wu Ding, is said to have disguised himself as a peasant during his youth and lived among his subjects to learn the concerns of those who lived far from the halls of power. Over the course of his journeys, he met a wise hermit named Gan Pan, who guessed the prince's identity simply by observing and listening. Upon becoming king of Shang, Wu Ding remained silent for 3 years, watching while Gan Pan ran his court from behind the scenes. Finally, Wu Ding broke his silence and announced that he dreamed of his ancestor Shang Tong, the founder of the dynasty. He told his court that his ancestor commanded him to appoint scholars to help him govern the kingdom, for that alone would create prosperity. He described one such scholar to his court artists, claiming that Shang Tong showed this man to him in a dream. The court artists drew an image based on the king's descriptions. In fact, the king described a slave of keen intelligence whom he met during his travels named Fu Yu. Because he could not simply make a lowly slave his chancellor, he arranged these theatrics to fool his court. Of course, Wu Ding also married one of the most remarkable women of the Shang kingdom. Lady Hao's true name is lost to history, for the Shang considered a woman's given name to be intensely private. She is believed to have been one of 60 wives to Wu Ding, who ruled for 59 years and became one of his 3 queens. Bone inscriptions show that Lady Hao led several major military campaigns during her life. On one occasion, she led 13,000 troops against the Tu Fang clan, bitter enemies of the Shang. One oracle bone mentioned her leading a campaign against a northern border state. She defeated it so thoroughly that its name never again appeared in Shang oracle bones. Whenever she returned from campaign, King Wu Ding forgot protocol and raced out to meet her in his chariot. When she saw him coming, Lady Hao did the same. He rewarded his warrior queen well, giving her a fiefdom to support herself when away from court. Priestess of Shang, an unusual honor for a woman of her time. As Lady Hao's health declined, Wu Ding peppered the oracle bones with questions like, "Did another queen possess Lady Hao?" Later he asked, "Is Lady Hao really dead?" After her death, Wu Ding interred Lady Hao in an Anyang grave around the year 1250 BC. It included 16 human sacrifices, including children, and 6 sacrificed dogs. Valuable objects in the tomb include ornaments, bronze and jade weapons, stone sculptures, bone hairpins, arrowheads and several ivory carvings. The grave also housed 60 bronze wine vessels with images of animals and a supply of lacquer for artwork. Still thinking of his late queen long after her death, Wu Ding officiated ghost marriages for Lady Hao, marrying her to at least 3 Shang kings, his own ancestors. Most likely, he wanted her protected in the afterlife because he failed to save her in this world. And that wraps things up for this episode of The Legendarium. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press like. If you want to see more, press subscribe. And if you've got anything to say, let me know in the comments section. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope that you have a great rest of the day.